In this tutorial, we will look at how to select pumps to match loads in the GLD program. We'll begin by looking at the average block loads module. I've pre-populated this loads module with loads data. If you have questions about how to import data into the program, please review the tutorial about importing loads. We'll now select a pump to match these loads. To do so, I'll hit the select button here, then I can choose a manufacturer, I can choose a pump family, then I can choose the pump size and hit select pump. And we see that the peak heating load is 1239.3 kBtu per hour. And we see the capacity of this pump is 1239.3 kBtu per hour. In the average block loads module, it's important to know that when we select a pump in this module, what we're actually selecting is an average type of pump for the whole installation. There is not going to be any one pump that has this type of a capacity, but if we choose this pump as being the average type of pump, what the program does is give us the average power and performance of the pump, and this allows us to quickly size a loop field off of these average performance values. Now, a partial load factor of 1 is a little bit high. A lot of times designers may wish to lower this a little bit to more accurately reflect reality, meaning that the pump capacity is usually going to be a little larger than the peak load of the unit, of the system. Additionally, what we want to do is make sure we're entering water temperatures. These are the temperatures coming out of the ground loop and into the pump, and these temperatures impact the pump performance. We want to make sure that these temperatures are realistic. 1940 is a reasonable starting point for when we design our heat exchanger. In a nutshell, the average block loads module heat pump selection process is one in which we select an average type of pump for the overall design. If our average pump is going to be a 4-ton pump, we choose a 4-ton pump. The average pump is going to be a 6-ton pump, we choose a 6-ton pump. The Zone Manager has a slightly different process. In this example, I'm going to open up a data set that already has loads data for 7 zones. We can see that there's 7 zones and there's heat pump loads data for each zone. I'm going to clear all the pump data temporarily so we can start from the beginning. Now, the Zone Manager gives the designer great flexibility in how to select pumps. First off, the user can have the program auto-select all the pumps after the user selects a manufacturer and pump family. The second way to do it is the following. The user can mix and match auto-selection and manual selection. In this process, the user can also mix and match water-to-water and water-to-air pumps. The third process or method is for the user to custom enter a pump of his or her own, custom pump. Let's first look at how to have the program auto-select across all the zones. We can go to this Heat Pumps tab, and I can choose a manufacturer, and I can choose a pump family, and then we can see all the pumps available in that pump family. Then I go back to the Loads tab. Now I want the program to auto-select all the pumps across all the zones. All I have to do is hit this button, this auto-select button, and now we have pumps auto-selected for every zone to match the peak loads. You can see how the pumps are changing. Now let's pretend that our entering water temperatures into these heat pumps from the loop field are going to change and be different from 85 and 50. I'm going to change this to 90, and I'll change this to 40. When I did so, the program automatically went through every zone and recalculated the pump performances based on these entering water temperatures and automatically reselected or changed the selection to optimize the association between the loads and the peak capacities. It's a very convenient and helpful feature. So that's the first way to select pumps, auto-select. Another way is to do manual selection. So for zone 4, if I hit the select button, I can select any pump or any manufacturer that I want. I can mix and match. I could choose a water furnace pump. I could choose a water-to-water pump. I could choose the pump size and hit the select button. So now I have, in zone 4, I have a water-to-water pump from Water Furnace. In the other 6 zones, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7, have Climate Master pumps. So the second way to select pumps is manually select. The thing to remember is, when you manually select a pump, the program's not going to be automatically checking to make sure that the heating and cooling loads are covered by the pump. The responsibility belongs to the designer to make sure of that. The third and final way to select a pump is to have a custom pump. So for zone 7, for example, I could hit the custom pump button and enter any pump performance variables or characteristics that I want. and then I'm done. And so those are the three ways to enter and select pumps with the Zone Manager.